Hi and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me at Albarn Fisheries, and it's South Kirby around the Pontefract Barnsley area, and new venue for me today. Quite a few of the guys have suggested it. Matt Richardson sort of pushed it towards me today as I want to try somewhere new for the filming. And yeah, beautiful little venue, two ponds, a single strip pond which is matched up today, and then a double strip pond in front of us with sort of an island on every peg. So yeah, you know, really good. What we're going to do is, as I've never fished it before, is start off. I've got two lines going. Obviously it's morning time, so I'm sort of not really paying much attention to margin swims just yet. I've potted in micros across the other side, an island that reaches at about 12 metres, and what I'm going to do is I found a flat spot out there. It's about just under 2 foot. I'm going to start over there with feeding micros. I've got some soft expanders, some ringers, 4.5s. They swell up to about 6 millimeters, and I've got some fish meal, 6 mils soft hookers as well. I've put a little bit of wasp grub, monster baits and dips into my pellets just to give them that little bit of extra sweetness. We know F1s love sweet, and I'm just feeding soaked micros. They've been soaked with sort of a little bit of Champions Feed, Kali, and a little bit of halibut flavoured oil as well, just to give a bit of a slick out there. So let's get the kit out and have a go, have a look what we've got. So using the 8 hollow today, the MIDI 8 hollow, really soft elastic. Like I said, it's quite shallow out there, so only probably just under a couple of foot there, and the float I'm using today is a 0.3, and it's just like a little margin or island or sort of short stemmed carp float, and we're going to fish that obviously well, not on the island, but as close as we can get. The flat spot's pretty much right up to the island, undercut as well, so there's probably going to be some fish storing underneath there. I've got 13 mainline down to an 012 hook link, as it's only small fish in here today, and I've got that to a very small size 16 pellet hook, thin, strong Drennan. It's got a good strong wire construction, but it's really thin, and that's great for obviously hooking the pellets. And if we want to try any maggots as well, that's going to be good for us as well to hook the maggots on. So like I say, I've fed already, so we'll just nip on a little cad pot. We're not going to feed this time, but we'll fit on one of these little Preston cad pots. Get whatever cad pots you want, but I do suggest obviously having one for fishing at distance. Makes it feeding really easy. So like I say, I've fed before, so I'm not going to feed again. The shotting pattern, what I've done is got a bulk just above my hook link, and that's going to act on a really quick positive bite. If I feel that I need any more shot lower down on the hook link, then I might do, but I think we'll be alright today, to be honest. So I'm just gonna rolled on one of these little expanders. Now the way I do them, expanders, a lot of people pump the expanders, which is no wrong with that. If you want to do that, it's absolutely fine. All I do is I put them in water. When they swell up, I just gently squeeze them under the water and hook them, and then they sink straight away. No need to pump whatsoever if you don't want to. Just start preparing them when you start to fish. As soon as you get here, once you get your kit out, just get those soaked, and then they'll be done by the time you're fishing. And the great are the ringers ones for staying on the hook. As you notice, probably I'm just on the join of where the sections are, so it's good as a counterbalance, but also it's I'm not overstretching with this section where I need to be. Like any fishing, when you're in a sort of shallow area, just want to gently lower. It's his first little fish now. starting obviously with the smaller fish down there. For the summer, not the bigger stample will come along, but so you expect to catch skimmers with expanders. Something up a small fish. As you've seen, with that even with that longer line, it's not hindered me in any way, because obviously it's pulling against that shot. Like most of the times when you fish new venues, you're gonna catch a lot of silvers. This kind of venue, judging by obviously I'm fishing it for a small amount of time, looks like it's full of a lot of silvers. So you will have to sort of fend off these little skimmers first, and hopefully some of the F1s or maybe carp will come in. I have seen decent sized F1s surfacing, so they are in here, and I've got the information I've been given is there's quite a lot of F1s in here, so we'll can only hope that we can catch some. Piece of line's working a trick. There we go. It's like a bigger fish now. They obviously know where the snags are. They're going straight for that island. But as you can see, that piece of line worked a treat there. Obviously, they know exactly where to go. These fish, but just a little bit of side strain on them, and get them under control, even with light elastic and light gear on. That's part of the fun. So at least we know there's something a little bit better in there. And when you fish venues, you don't know. It's more about the exploration, which is the fun part of fishing these new venues. And you will have to play about with different techniques. But again, that's part of the fun. Just going to feed some more maggots in there, because I've seen a few fish out there. It's putting up a good account of itself. I don't think it's anything sizable, but certainly putting up a good account of itself. Not bad little fish. These little ponds, they fight well. These small stocky fish, always hard fighting little fish, and he's still not giving up in the net. Perfectly hooked. Expander probably. Skin him back and see if we catch another. Right guys, so I've been feeding this centre line. Got a few fish off the island, which is great. I've just put another cad pot in there, and I just want to leave that for a little bit and just try this shallow line. So I have seen a few fish cruising across, a few fish swirling around. Now, not a conventional style shallow float, because it's dotted down. I want a good detection. I'm not particular slapping. It's more of a lift and drop method. So I've got no shot apart from one tiny little dropper in the middle for a really slow fall, and I'm only going to be hooking a single white maggot, side hooked, so it looks natural. So just nick it on the skin like so it falls natural, like a natural maggot would, and hopefully fish won't detect that. And what we're going to do is just go over that, just on flicking in, lifting and dropping, and seeing if we can attract any of those. We're fishing about 2.5 foot. There's probably about 6 inches left to the bottom, and then we'll work up if there's any fish if you're feeling that we're getting liners or might not even get a bite there, but it's see how we get on. Been feeding it sort of for 30-35 minutes now. Into a fish now. So obviously some fish settled in those maggots, just as I thought. Sometimes you can't always see through the water and see that they're not full of shallots on their side, but they can sometimes sit in the deeper water, which obviously this one is doing. So I didn't, even though I couldn't actually see the fish itself coming up for the bait, it's always worth just checking to see if they're a little bit deeper. Just giving your bait a few more seconds to settle. It's tiny hooks. A few more seconds to settle, and then you tend to pick off those fish underneath it. And it's not always about catching the biggest fish that you can catch. It's about enjoying pleasure sessions. Right guys, now a bit later on in the session, I've baited a few swims with paste, with pellets ready for some paste. So as I always do when I fish these venues, I know there's carp in there, I always like to use a bit of paste. It's still mild, so you know, you can even fish the paste in the winter, to be honest, as long as you feed lightly. I always give it a go. So new venue, worth a try, like no other. So I've got like I always try to do with paste, I've got a line on in front of me, and to my right and to my left are all fed with pellet. Into a fish now. I just hooked it down the edge. Just keeping the tip underneath the water and letting it make its first run. He's in the net. Nice fish to end with. I'll just get him unhooked. And apply a bottle. So another little fish to end on. Let's get him back in because he's not happy. And that sort of took it on the paste. So you know, get yourself down to Alban. Have a go. Obviously, varying those 3 different methods is sort of will put you on better chances of catching on new venues. Just make sure you catch a vary of hook baits, and you check online first and see if you know anybody else has got any more advice about what's fishing. And check us out on the Facebook at Angling for You, and on the Instagram at angling_for you. Subscribe and like. Tight lines.